Hello. This is not at all the usual long form stuff that I end up making, which honestly is usually longer than I mean for it to be. But uh, I just had a quick thought that I felt led to share. So I wanted to make this kind of spur of the moment. But I was out for a walk and I was praying, which is what I normally do when I'm out walking around. Uh, and I was thinking through some concepts that I've talked about in other videos and that I think about a lot. And it's the war that exists between flesh and the spirit, and always kind of looking for a middle ground there. And what was laid on me was this: if you are confident and assured and decisive in your flesh, you're going to lead yourself to calamity. You're going to lead yourself and your family, yourself and your friends, the group you're responsible for, whoever it might be, uh, right off a cliff. Your decisiveness doesn't have wisdom to it, and so it's going to lead you to the wrong place. If you're on the other side of this, if you're indecisive in your spirit, you're going to be double-minded, like it talks about in, like James writes about in the book of James. You're going to be messed up because you're not coming from a place of peace and authority from God in your spirit. So the happy medium that you're looking for, and this is easier said than done, but what you're trying to seek is a confidence and a decisiveness in your spirit. And when you have crucified the flesh, like Paul writes about, and the flesh is being guided and has been made subject to, and its order is given by the spirit, and your spirit is decisive, well, they're going to have a much easier time in life, whether it comes to anxiety or morality or whatever it is. You're getting your guidance from the spirit. And how do you do that? Well, you study. Paul writes in, it's either First or Second Timothy, I can never remember which one, but he talks about how training up of the body is of some good, but it's training of the spirit that is really crucial and important and vital. uh, so that all just, it was, to some extent, it was nothing new, but it all just clicked for me in such a way that that's what you're doing, is you're studying and preparing yourself to train your spirit to where your spirit can be decisive, where you don't have to rely on fallen flesh, and you don't have to be maybe wishy-washy or lack confidence in other regards. Your confidence is able to come from God, and in that peace you're guided through really any and every trial. So uh, those are just my thoughts, and I wanted to share them. If you're watching, thank you. I appreciate it, and I hope that you are well.